Hi, it's Daniel from Two Petals. In this video I wanted to show you how to sew a beautiful rolled hem on your Baby Lock overlocker. The Baby Lock automatic thread delivery system lets us put in a wide variety of threads from thick to really thin without needing to adjust it endlessly to get a good result. This is a pearl thread. It's quite a bit thicker than a regular overlocking thread, and it fills out the rolled hem very nicely. It gives a nice textured effect. I'll show you how to pop this in the machine and how to do this rolled hem. As I'm threading the machine, I'm referring to the quick start guide for a 3-thread rolled edge stitch. So basically I'll be following along each of these to get the desired result. First thing is, I only want my right needle in, so I'll loosen the screw and take the left needle out. On the Acclaim there's a handy little magnet up the top here, so I can keep my needle safe. The next setting I want to adjust is the stitch length. It's saying anywhere from 0.75 to 4 in the rolled hem setting would be good. My thread's kind of thick, so I might start off on the higher end of the range and adjust later if I need to. The next setting will be our cutting width, which is suggesting is 3. We're using the right needle only, so I'll refer to the small number for that one. I'll set that to 3, pointing to the arrow there. And it's wanting our stitch selector to be on D for the rolled hem. So I'll flick that down all the way to D. And on this particular model, I have the option for a wave stitch or an overlock stitch, and I just want to leave that on overlock for now. Now let's get our machine threaded up. I'll open the cover and pop it into threading mode. Give the hand wheel a turn to lock it in place. For my lower looper, I'm just using a regular overlocking thread, nothing special. That's going to be tucked at the back, so for me, as long as the colour's matching, that should be fine. I will draw out about 30 centimeters of thread, tuck it in the lower looper threading hole. It's a little bit frayed on the end, so I'll just trim that. So it's a bit easy to get into the hole there, into the lower looper. Let's thread it up. For our upper looper, I'm using the Decorative pearl thread. It is quite a bit thicker than a regular overlocking thread, so I'll show you a trick for how to get unusually thick threads through the air threading system. For the most part it's just the same, it's just when it comes to putting it through the port is slightly different. I'll take a scrap bit of thread, and on one end I'll have a loop, just like that, and on the other end I'll keep the two ends separate like that. I'll tuck the two ends into the threading port, just as if I was to thread this as a normal thread. Tuck that in there. Important to remember to hold on to the other end before you press the button. And so now I've got the two ends of my scrappy thread coming out the air threading port, and I have a loop over this side which I can tuck my decorative thread into. Now I'll just tuck the decorative thread through the little loop. Now when I pull the thread, it will draw that decorative thread in nicely. There we go. Now my fat decorative thread is through there, and it didn't get stuck. And finally, I will thread my needle just like this. I'll just trim the end that's got a bit of a frayed end. And there we go, we are threaded up. I'll turn off the threading mode and close my door. I could organise and tuck my threads under the foot, but what I normally like to do is just put the foot down and sew a bit of a chain out the back. And I can just pull it out the back, and we're ready to sew. Before I sew on my final piece that I'm wanting to apply my stitch to, I like to grab a scrap of fabric made of the same materials that I'm working on, so I can check my settings before I sew on my final piece. Before I'd guessed that I'll need a longer stitch length, so I put it to about 4. For my rolled hem, so I'll just see how that looks, and then we can make some adjustments if we need. So here's what that looks like on number 4. You can see it's not completely filling in the rolled hem as nicely as I would like. So I may dial that back a bit. I'll try it on a stitch length of 3 and we'll see how that goes. It's looking a little bit better again, but I'm still seeing some of the base fabric poking in between. So I'll back it off to about 2. That is looking much nicer now. I can see my threads are fully covering the edge of the fabric. I'm not seeing the base fabric poking through anywhere. And it's also not looking too lumpy either. I'll show you what it looks like if I make it a little bit too short. I'll put that down to as low as I'll go, maybe 0.75 or so, just to compare. So that ended up being quite a short stitch length. Didn't sound like it was sewing quite as smoothly. And it looks like really chunky. So I guess it could be a stylistic choice as to whether you want it to be a bit more chunky or a bit more flat. But the main consideration is that your rolled hem is covered completely and not having any of the base fabric poking through. Here's a closer look of the shorter stitch length. And this was a stitch length at 2. Hopefully that helped you with doing rolled hems on your baby lock machine. Turned out quite nice. If you'd like to learn how to do some different stitches and techniques on your baby lock, check out our playlist and find some different ideas there. Thanks and have a good day.